This is Ticker News, news with context.
Hello, I'm Aaron Young. President Donald Trump announced the United States will impose extensive sanctions on Colombia due to its refusal to accept US military planes carrying deported migrants. He stated a 25% emergency tariff will be on all Colombian goods entering the US, which may increase to 50% in a week's time. He also announced a travel ban on Colombian government officials. Colombian President Gustavo Petro has blocked the military flights, advocating for the dignified treatment of migrants. Reports indicate that Mexico has also denied a similar flight, further complicating the situation. President Petro says migrants must be treated with respect, and he has now offered to send his presidential plane to pick up the migrants. Over the weekend, President Trump went to Las Vegas. In a lively appearance in Vegas, President Trump reaffirmed his commitment to his campaign promise of implementing no taxes on tips for hospitality workers. He expressed gratitude to staff members and engaged with gamblers, praising one player for their skills. Trump also took the opportunity to nominate Sean Curran, his head of personal security, to lead the Secret Service, calling him a great patriot. The president's message resonating with the audience, who cheered enthusiastically as he assured them their tips would be entirely theirs. The initiative aims to bolster the earnings of workers who rely heavily on tips for their income. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese faces a significant challenge for re-election as news poll reveals his lowest approval ratings to date. Dutton has risen to 41% in support, while Albanese stands at 44% as preferred leader. With a mere 3-point gap now between Albanese and Peter Dutton, the completion competition has never been closer than this term. The political landscape indicates a shift, with voters now anticipating a coalition government in the upcoming election set to occur before the 17th of May. Double Australian Open champion Jannik Sinner is now focused on mastering clay and grass courts to become a well-rounded player. Sinner showcased his talent by retaining his Melbourne Park title with a convincing victory over Alexander Zverev. The 23-year-old has reached semi-finals at both the French Open and Wimbledon and is determined to make a mark on all surfaces this year. Despite facing a doping case, Sinner remains undeterred, having been cleared to compete while waiting for an April hearing. The young star spoke of his willingness to improve and adapt as he looks to extend his success in the upcoming Grand Slam events. This week, the Federal Reserve will hold its first meeting of 2025, crucial for the rebound of US stocks as investors anticipate potential interest rate cuts. Following a disappointing forecast from December, the market saw relief as inflation data showed signs of moderation, lifting the S&P 500 to a record high. The Fed is expected to pause its rate-cutting cycle on Wednesday, with attention now shifting to what would prompt future discussions on rate reductions. Experts suggest there is little urgency for further cuts until more positive inflation data emerges, given the strong economic activity indicators. Currently, the Fed's benchmark rate stands at 4.25% to 4.5%, with expectations of 2 more cuts by December. Now let's check the latest weather for you around the world.